Thank you for coming to see me, Vridengar. We need to talk about that merchant, Iqbal. I want to find the Black Alks. We need to make sure they're okay, or free them if they're still imprisoned. That woman is our only clue. Please help me find her and free our people.
Of course. I'll do everything I can to find them. The hardest part will be finding this woman, since this continent is so much vaster than our island.
But there can't be that many women who buy and sell people in this land. Our companions born in this place might have an idea. Someone must know how to find her. You know how to speak to them. I beg you. Let's find her and save the Alks. We couldn't do anything to save Sheda. And I don't want any more of our people to die because we weren't able to do anything.
I understand. Let's find her and the survivors of the Black Alk clan. See you later.
Boy.
Need to talk?
Do you know where we can find Iqbal, the slave trader who bought the members of the Black Alk clan?
I don't know her, and I wouldn't know where to find her. But there are probably some guards in Alima who know more about it than I do. A woman like that once had to hire the coin guard for protection. Some of our people have little regard for morals. But as long as we're wanted in town, we can't go and question them. I'm sorry I don't have a better lead.
Well, you've given us an idea at least. That's something. Thank you. Good boy, Till.
See you soon.
not sure I can answer all your questions, but I'll do my best.
Do you know Iqbal? The slave trader who sold some members of the Black Olg clan?
Darling, I don't keep company with people of her ilk. But I must admit that her name is not unfamiliar to me. I think I heard it in my uncle's circle. I'm sad and ashamed about it. But some of Peren's nobles love the idea of owning enslaved people from faraway lands.
Do you think your uncle might know her?
Personally? Certainly not. But I'm absolutely certain he knows of her existence. And he probably keeps an eye on her when she comes to Peren.
Could he help us find her?
Only if she's in Peren right now, which is unlikely. But we probably don't need to go that far to find out more about her. I can think of someone who might be able to help.
Who?
Though I haven't met her myself, I've heard tell of a merchant who specializes in the sale of goods that are not entirely lawful. Her name is Deria, and her business may have led her to hear of a slave trader. She runs her shop on the port of Alima after dark.
Thank you for this lead. Let's talk about it later.
Always at your service.
Well then, have you got time to help me find my nephew?
I'm sorry, but I've simply got too much to do right now. I'll come back and talk to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, but don't be too long. I'd regret it for the rest of my life if anything were to happen to him too.
Do you know where we could locate that infamous slave trader?
I don't associate with that kind of person, as you can imagine. But I may know someone who could help us find her.
I'm listening.
I know a merchant who is involved in smuggling. She might know where to find a slave trader. She does her business in the port of Alima at nightfall. Be prepared to pay. That kind of person never does anything for free.
Sybil already suggested I talk to her. Thank you anyway. We'll surely go to find her. See you later.
Of course.
Do you have a little time to spare for the matter I told you about?
We're too busy at the moment. We'll have to see later. I won't bother you any longer.
See you soon.
I imagine that there are more urgent matters than visiting the man I spoke of. Father Cardinal Pius, who lives in Peren. That said, we need to go and meet him as soon as possible. I need to inform him of all that we have witnessed. Kernaz's rise in power, his unwarranted attacks against the islanders. He will know what to do to put an end to it, and will be a strong ally against the general. And he is also a close relation of the de Vespe family, who could finance the journey to Tir-Fredi. He could certainly help us convince them if the support from Sybil proves insufficient. but I know he'll know what to do. How to protect Thélème as well as the people of Tyr Freddy from the Alliance.
You consider him something of a mentor, if I'm hearing you correctly?
Yes, that is exactly right. Is there anything else you would like to know?
You're saying that your father Cardinal wants to put a stop to Gurnaz's attacks on my people. But why would he even care?
Thélème is an enemy of the Alliance, as you know. And my nation does not find the conquest of your island by these people to be desirable. We have a different approach. It may not be perfect, I will readily admit. But we have no desire to remove your people from your homeland, nor to force them into slavery. Any information that would allow Thélème to put a stop to this conquest would benefit your people, believe me.
Where can we meet this Father Cardinal?
He can be found most often in the Thélème embassy in Peren.
We'll go to Peren soon enough, and we will be sure to meet him then.
If you end up docking in the city, I'll meet you at the embassy.
Of course. The magic that you're using is different from ours. Do you think you could teach me to use it?
I admit that I never thought about it. Of course, there is special training required to wield the rings, but you need to possess the gift of the enlightened. And your faith is so different than our own. But who am I to question what the Divine intends for you? Let's try. We'll see what happens. It's incredible. May the enlightened forgive me. But I would have never thought that a native not of our faith could be so gifted in our magic. Of course, you'll need to continue practicing in order to progress. But you have the gift. This much is true.
Thank you, Fausta. I must leave you.
See you later.
I know you already have a lot to do, but I would still like to ask a favor, if you could spare a moment.
It's not really the moment. We'll see what we can do later.
Of course. There's no hurry. Come back and see me at a more opportune moment.
I've seen you use rifles like the people in the Alliance. They are powerful weapons, and I'd like to know how to use them.
You young people are all the same. Always curious and eager to acquire new skills. I'll show you the fundamentals, so you could use them without hurting yourself. Well, what do you think?
It wasn't as hard as it seemed. Thank you, Safia. Bye.
See you.
Prepare to disembark. We've arrived at our destination.
This city is very big. How will we find Fausta's friend?
We should ask her.
You! It's always hard to recognize someone from a description, but I'm pretty sure it's you.
What?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure of it. I've got to warn the guards.
Well, let me handle this one. It'll be so much fun.
I assure you, sir, there's been a misunderstanding.
I don't think so. The poster mentions a Teofradian about your size, and the rest of the description sounds just like you.
There are more and more Teofradians in Olima, sir, as it's fashionable for the nobility to have my people as servants. But I can assure you that my master would not take kindly to me committing crimes. Besides, I don't have time for that. I must escort these people to see him. So why don't you stop causing a fuss?
I'm really confused. Sorry to have bothered you. I better get back to what I was doing.
The guards put up posters describing you.
That infamous smuggler should be here, right?
She only comes at night. We'll have to come back later.
Let's wait for her in that case.
I have some items I brought back from my travels. Would you like to take a look at them? I have goods from all over the world if you're interested. Come and see.
Did you hear that? I wonder if we'll finally find the merchant. Where could she be hiding?
The slavers know that they are not much loved. They...
Hello? What can I do for you?
We are looking for a woman. A slave trader named Iqbal.
So she dabbles in the slave trade too. What scum. But if half of what she brags about is true, nothing would surprise me anymore. I can get it for you, anything you want, anything. I guess that even includes slaves. Ugh, some people have no morals. But may I ask why you've come to find me? I'm just an honest merchant.
Let's just say there are rumors running about the port. You're said to be a very well-informed woman.
I see. I'm going to have to give at least a few people a real ear-bashing if I understand correctly. I've got nothing against new customers, but I'd just as soon keep my business discreet. I do know where you can find Iqbal. May the Malachor take her. She's my competition. She's doing so well that my coffers are almost empty. If you see what I mean.
To tell you the truth, we're looking for members of a neighboring clan. This woman, who's your competitor, by the way, bought and sold them just like merchandise. You can imagine the rage we feel towards her. We'll do anything to find them.
I think I see what you're getting at. And if that vulture could come out of this the worse for wear, I wouldn't be sorry about it. Fine. I'll give you a deal. Just this once.
That goes without saying. Here you go.
Thank you for supporting your local businesswoman. But don't mention me to anyone. And especially don't say that I'm the one who gave you the information. Iqbal owns a house on the north side of the district. I could show you where on your map if you like.
Thank you. We'll leave you to your business.
Goodbye. Have a nice day. You're back.
We'll leave you to your business.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Since Iqbal is so elusive, we should instead look for the partner we heard about.
Do you remember what they said? We shouldn't trust him.
It's usually you who trusts Renaikse, not me. But we have no choice. We have been going around in circles for too long.
Everything you need to make your own... Hello. Welcome back to my stall.
Need a potion or a grenade? Ladies and gents, I have everything you need.
I can't do it.
Potions, concoctions, and coatings of all kinds. And, of course, all the ingredients you need to mix your own. Are you interested in anything?
Sap and precious wood, leathers and skins, minerals,
Show them what we're made of!
on, Iqbal. Open up!
What does the guard want? What's he doing here?
I have no idea.
She's obviously not at home. But I can make out some slender footprints. Probably a woman's. We could follow them.
Iqbal! Are you there? Iqbal! It's the guard. I have to talk to
Trail
you.
goes this way.
Oh, Captain won't be happy. He really wanted to see that woman today.
I see trucks over here.
The tracks lead to the sewers. She must have heard the guard and sought refuge there.
Let's go. Hopefully she's not far ahead.
The tracks lead towards this tunnel on the right.
There she is! It's her!
Leave me alone! What do you want with me?
She's certainly sprightly. We have to follow her quickly if we don't want her to escape.
She closed the gate!
Please! Whatever I may have done, I don't deserve this treatment! Leave me alone!
We are missing something to make this work.
Show them what we're made of!
She's dead. We didn't manage to save her.
Oh no! What are we going to do now? We should have been faster. rescued her from the clutches of those beasts before they killed her.
Don't lose hope, Nilan. It's not the Iqbal we're looking for. I've heard of this one. I recognize her now. She's a con artist, not a slave trader.
On the one hand, I'm relieved. And on the other, it means we did all this for nothing. And that we're no closer to finding them.
I'm sorry, Nilan. We followed this lead in good faith. It seemed to be the best thing to do.
I disagree. We could have done better. You wasted so much time on pointless discussions with people who see us as no more than animals, and who do nothing but lie to us.
I'm sorry. I've really tried my best.
Well, it's obviously not good enough. We're right where we started. Since Iqbal is nowhere to be found, let's find her associate. He's looking for her, just like we are. And he has the advantage of knowing her well.
Fine. If you think it's the right thing to do. Let's get out of here. I need some fresh air.
Two islanders. Yeah, must be. I heard that a group of people were looking for Iqbal. I imagine it's you.
Excuse me, but... who are you?
Are you Qadir, Iqbal's former partner?
Indeed. Now, could you tell me why you've asked half the town about Iqbal?
We're looking for her because she bought several of our people. Members of the Black Oil clan, who were taken by force and brought to this island.
We must question her. Only she knows to whom they were sold and where we might find them.
I see. I happen to be looking for her too, as you obviously seem to know. She owes me an explanation after what happened. I considered finding her and ambushing her, because whenever I approach her, she flees. I know where she's going next. She has to go through the Esquiara region and take the road that passes over a bridge just outside the ruins. I'm going to blow up the bridge to block her escape. Then she'll have no other choice but to answer our questions. So, what do you say? Are you in?
You seem to have everything worked out. Why ask us to help you?
She has surrounded herself with guards who will not hesitate to kill me if I come alone. If we come out in force, she'll have to listen to us.
We can't afford to attack her. We must glean information from her.
Rest assured, it's just a matter of intimidating her and sobering up her guards. So, what do you say?
It seems risky. Isn't there another way to talk to her? After all, we just want to ask her a few questions.
Bridengar, she's as slippery as an eel. This ambush may be the only chance we have to talk to her. We agree to follow your plan. What should we do?
Come to the rendezvous point with explosives. And for the rest, you can count on me.
We'll find some.
I'm going to set off to prepare our move. Don't be late.
We'll be on time. At last, a solid lead. A plan to find this woman. We can save the Black Arcs, Ridengar.
This man's plan is dangerous. What will we do if Iqbal's guards attack us?
We'll defeat them. Unless, perhaps, you don't want to fight for your people?
That is not what I meant. I'm afraid she'll be hurt or worse if we have to fight them.
You always worry too much. Just trust me for once.
Don't take it personally, Nilan. Something about that man is off. And I'm not sure we have the same goals in mind.
You're suspicious? Very well. But it's not your people who are being kidnapped, sold, tortured and threatened. We've wasted enough time talking already. Let's find the explosives he needs and go see him.
Hey, look at this. The description on these posters is spot on. Unfortunately, what they have to say about you is less than flattering, and will likely earn us the attention of the guard. Let... tear them down, shall we?
Approach! You won't find better forged goods in all of Lima. You looking for weapons or armor? My selection comes from the best craftsmen in Lima and overseas. Please, look.
time. Something.
Let's show them what we're made of!
We could wear one of those bird beak masks the doctors like to wear to go unnoticed.
What the?
Hey, lads, we're finally gonna have some fun!
Show them what we're made of! My armor is broken!
You. My armor is no good anymore. We've lost one of ours. We must triumph. You're bleeding. Let me help you.
My armor is completely ruined!
on that miraculous island, aren't you?
Ladies and goods from all over the world, available at the best prices. Want to take a look?
Well, that took forever. Do you have the explosives?
We brought everything we need.
Perfect. Plant them on the bridge. We'll blow it up as soon as Iqbal gets here. In the meantime, I have some preparing to do.
We're pretty fast, you know. What should we do once we've planted the explosives?
Wait. According to my calculations, Iqbal will arrive at nightfall.
You don't seem convinced.
What gave you that idea? I'm having the time of my life. It's the first time I've blown up a bridge. I admit that I find it a bit extreme that we're doing it just to question someone. But who am I to judge?
As far as I'm concerned, it's that man I really don't like. I don't trust him one bit.
Stop being such a pessimist. We'll finally be able to talk to Iqbal. And that's all that matters.
I think we've placed everything properly. There you go. Everything is set.
I've finished my part. All we have to do is hide. Behind these rocks, maybe. So she doesn't see us when she gets here. She should arrive when it gets dark.
Come on, Vridengar. Let's go hide.
The bridge was destroyed. She can no longer flee this way.
I hope Iqbal will get here soon.
One thing is for sure. If we want to have the element of surprise, we best keep quiet from now on.
Is that her?
Attack!
Kadir, wait!
Only a fool dares to attack a Devess.
Protect GreedFall!
You shouldn't have crossed me, Iqbal. You're going to pay for your betrayal.
Kadir, we need her alive!
You never should have crossed me, Iqbal. I'm not the forgiving type.
No! Traitor! Lawyer! Why? Why did you kill her? She was the only one who could tell us where to find the Black Orcs!
I don't give a damn about your Black Algs and your little investigations. You've been useful so far, but now...
No quarter!
She's dead. And with her, all my hopes of saving our people. Why did he have to betray us?
These things happen. But don't lose hope. Maybe we'll find another way to discover what happened to them.
You're so kind, trying to cheer me up. But I'm just a fool. An arrogant and dangerous fool.
You often show impulsiveness, but to say that you're dangerous...
No! You don't understand, Vridengar. Wherever I go, I sow death. That's why I was so intent on saving them.
What are you talking about?
The death of Toflan, of Sheda, our abduction. It's all my fault. I am to blame.
How could you be to blame?
I spoke to Renaikse a few days before the ritual. Yes, I know. But he looked friendly. He smiled and asked questions that I thought were innocent. I trusted him, Vridengar. Me! I trusted him. And told him that we were the future Donegada of the village. I was so proud. And like a fool, I told him where the ritual was to take place. And that we'd be alone with our master. Everything he needed to know to prepare the ambush we fell into.
You are naive. But you didn't attack us, or throw us into that ship, or kill Sheda. Nor are you responsible for capturing the Black Ulks.
I'm sorry, Vridengar. You must hate me now. But you understand why it's so important that we find the Black Ulks. It's too late to help Sheda, to help Toflan. But we can save them. You understand? I have to save them.
We will save them, Nilan. Come, let's go and search her body. All may not be lost. Look, Nilan. She had documents on her.
Can you read any of it?
The paper is soaked in blood. Some of it is legible, though. I think it's an address in Olima.
I thought all was lost.
I can't read it all, Nilan. There may be a way to recover the damaged part, but as it stands, I can't tell you where it leads. Would any of you know how to get these stains off so we can decipher the rest of the document?
Sorry, that's not in my skill set. Safia, on the other hand, would know what to do with this note. Give it to her.
I'll do that. Thank you, Ludwig. Safia, would you know how to retrieve the information from this paper, despite the bloodstains?
A friend of mine knows all the scholars of Alima. One of them will know how to do it. I'll have it brought to her, and she'll contact us when they've deciphered it.
Thank you, Safia. We really need to find out what this document holds.
Friedenger? You still wish to talk to me despite my confession? I don't know how you could forgive me when I can't forgive myself.
Goodbye, Nilam.
Goodbye, Corans.
Well then, have you got time to help me find my nephew?
I understand why you're worried. Let's try to find out what happened to your nephew.
Yes? Do you need anything?
If I've understood correctly, you're from the land they call Dutton.
That's right. The Holy Dutton Empire. I suppose you'd like me to tell you more about it. It could be a beautiful place to live. It's vast, full of beautiful forests and rich lands. That's most likely because it's soaked in the blood of the poor souls who were sacrificed to the folly of the powerful. For my country has always been at war. Or at least it has been for so long that no person alive knows the meaning of the word peace. We're at war with the Alliance, of course, as the Dutton Empire follows the path of the Enlightened. But we are also at war with ourselves. Ever since a new holy man challenged the organization of all things spiritual as imposed by Ptolemy, the nobles and princes have taken sides. Following whoever best serves their interests, of course. And as usual, the people are those who pay the price. Not only are they sent to the slaughter against the Alliance troops, they must also shed blood at home by killing their brethren in the service of the local noblemen and their loyalties of the day. A beautiful country indeed.
How long have you known Alvida?
It's been some time now. I've had dealings with Nauts on several occasions in the hope of using their ships. Those who agree to traffic contraband are few and far between, and they are unreliable. They're even more unscrupulous than I am. Alvida isn't one of them. She's not like that, and she let me know the moment we met. She's an idealist. I understand her point of view, and I think she understands mine. Though she doesn't approve of my dealings, she defends some causes that are dear to me. And now that she owes me, I know I can count on her help. Provided, of course, that what I ask for doesn't offend her vision of the Nauts.
Why did you become a smuggler?
I'd rather not discuss that if you don't mind, especially with someone I barely know. But since you're asking, I haven't always been a smuggler. I used to be a soldier. If you absolutely need a reason for what I do, just tell yourself that I've had my fill of the horrors of war. Or maybe you think I'm a coward, or that I'm only motivated by greed. I am what I am.
I think you mentioned you were a wanted man.
You can't be a smuggler without ending up on the hit list at some point. My trade annoys a lot of people, and the few attacks my friends and I carried out on convoys annoyed them even more. Put all that together and add in my past, and you'll find me at the top of the list. If you needed money and weren't wanted yourself, you could claim a handsome bounty by turning me in.
I've seen you use magic in battle. A different kind of magic.
Yeah, that's one of life's little jokes. I had no talent for it, or at least I never realized it when I was on the front lines. When I switched careers and my disgust for all that religious garbage was at its peak, I discovered I had a gift. Apparently, the Enlightened has a sense of humor. Now, I can do a little magic, but I can't use the rings. Even if I'd had this talent before, I would have never gotten very far in the Mateist hierarchy.
See you later.
Of course.
There's the coast. We'll finally be able to set foot on land.
Look, the man sitting at that table is probably the man who delivered the letter to me.
You? You're here? I suppose you're hoping to silence me. And to think my poor mistress was delighted to make your acquaintance. If only she'd known what a monster you are. You and your whole family of criminals. I will not be intimidated. I will find her, whatever it takes.
I don't understand a single thing you've said. Explain yourself, that's all I'm asking.
Yes, play the fool. I know you're to blame for what happened to her, and I'll prove it. I'll have you hanged.
You're not the first to promise me that. Now stop this childishness and tell us what happened. We can help you find your mistress.
You keep playing your little game. But you won't fool me. We'd only been here a few days when she told me to stay in her room here at the inn because... You? You're here? I suppose you're hoping to silence me. And to think my poor mistress was delighted to make your acquaintance. If only she'd known what a monster you are. You and your whole family of criminals. I will not be intimidated. I will find her, whatever it takes.
I don't understand a single thing you've said. Explain yourself, that's all I'm asking.
Yes, play the fool. I know you're to blame for what happened to her, and I'll prove it. I'll have you hanged.
You're not the first to promise me that. Now stop this childishness and tell us what happened. We can help you find your mistress.
You keep playing your little game. But you won't fool me. We'd only been here a few days when she told me to stay in her room here at the inn because she was going to meet you. She was so happy to have been contacted by your nephew, who had promised a meeting with you at the docks. She could already see herself doing business in Dutton with your help. But she never came back. And when I went looking for her and mentioned your nephew, I was told that he was missing too. So don't tell me you had nothing to do with it.
I never arranged any meeting with your mistress, I can assure you of that. My nephew must have used my name to secure the meeting.
You're nothing but a family of criminals, that's what you are. I've had enough of your lies, but I won't give up. I'll find her.
If we want to find this merchant, we're going to need to know something about her and the meeting that was to take place. Why don't we search her room?
This door is locked.
This message tells the merchant to meet on the docks near Overseas House. It's signed Rudolph, the nephew of the smuggler Ludwig.
What on earth has got into the lad?
Let's go and have a look on the docks. Maybe we'll find something there.
This is the place mentioned in Rudolph's message.
Let's look around. Maybe we'll be able to learn what happened.
This hat is very similar to those worn by the congregation. The merchant we're looking for must have lost it.
My friends, I know spilt blood when I see it. Someone's been attacked here. Luckily, they've left a trail for us to follow.
I hope it's not Rudolph's blood.
I can't do it. We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
The bloodstains lead straight to this warehouse. I hope your nephew is still alive, my dear Ludwig.
We are missing something to make this work. I can't do it.
Someone was tied up with this rope. Either our merchant or your nephew, Ludwig.
Whoever wrote this said that the goods should be moved to a cave in the backcountry to minimize risk. That's a funny way of putting it. I'm pretty sure the goods they're talking about are actually people, and that they're the ones we're looking for.
I think that's all there is. I doubt we'll find anything more.
Damn it, Rudolph, what have you got yourself into? Everything suggests that he's involved in some kind of kidnapping.
It's hard to know whether he instigated this or whether he was a victim. There aren't enough clues here to draw any conclusions.
What do you think? Could he be behind all this?
The lad I knew had never set foot on a ship. In fact, he'd never been further than his own property line. I'd like to say he couldn't have done it, but the truth is, I don't know. And now all I want to do is save him from the gallows.
Then let's try to find that cave from the letter.
Let's. The sooner the better.
I knew if I followed you I'd find something. What were you doing in that warehouse? Is that where you're keeping my mistress?
We're not holding anyone. We followed a trail that led from the docks to this place.
A likely story. It's a good thing I hired these men. We're gonna tear this place apart and find out where you bastards are hiding her. But first, we're gonna search you. You can't leave here with any evidence. Search them.
Show them what we're made of!
Stop, please. We had no intention of killing you. We just want to find my mistress.
Why didn't you listen to us then?
You wouldn't let us search you, and I thought you were involved in her disappearance. What choice did I have?
You could have believed us when we told you that we had nothing to do with it, but that we were going to find your mistress and my nephew.
Then what were you doing in that warehouse? Did you find anything there? Do you have any leads? My mistress isn't just anybody, you know. She's not just important to me. She's important to the congregation.
We went to the place where your mistress was supposed to have a meeting. We found a trail that led us here. The clues we found in this warehouse suggest that she's been kidnapped. And we discovered a note that mentioned a cave in the backcountry. We planned to go to see if she is being held there.
Thank you for telling me all that. I'm beginning to feel hopeful again. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I suppose I'll just have to return to the tavern and hope you find her ladyship.
Show them what we're made of! Quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Somebody help me! I'm being held captive by these brutes! Let me out of here, you loaf! You don't know who you're dealing with! Somebody help me, please!
Look, that's my nephew in that cage. The woman who's with him must be the missing merchant. I was certain he wasn't the one who took her.
You're free. Come with us. We'll take you somewhere safe.
Oh, that's such a relief. I thought I'd never get out of that cage. However did you find us?
All we did was follow your trail from the docks where you met. As a matter of fact, your servant was so worried about you that he took it out on us.
Oh, poor Joseph. Oh, don't blame him. He's very protective and fiercely loyal. But it sometimes makes him lose his wits. Thank you very much for your help. But I am quite exhausted and hungry, so I must get back to the tavern straight away.
I suppose you expect me to thank you?
No, that's not really my style. But I do expect an explanation. How did you get caught up in this mess?
I hired those thugs to help me scare the merchant a little. But when they realized that it wasn't about getting a hefty ransom, they decided to take matters into their own hands. They grabbed us both and brought us here. I imagine they were hoping that the congregation would pay for her, but as for me...
Why did you want to intimidate this merchant?
I wanted her to tell me something about my mum. About what had become of her.
None of this makes any sense. Why would she have any information about your mother?
You haven't heard? Our village was attacked. They set fire to it. Grandad, your father was killed in the fight, along with lots of other villagers. All thanks to you, my dear uncle.
No. No, that can't be true.
A few of us managed to escape, like me and Mum. But we got separated in the confusion. I made it to the sea and decided to become a North. To get away from everything. From the war and the consequences of your crimes. But Mum,
She fled to the congregation. And I was hoping that this merchant would know where she is.
I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm so very, very sorry. My father, the village. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Maybe not, but it happened. So try and find Mum, will you? I just want to know she's alright.
I'll try. But you know the congregation's a big place and not everyone who lives there knows everyone else.
I realise now that my plan was stupid. I only hoped. Ever since I became a Norse, I've been here on Yuxantis. I'm just sea-given, and I don't really have my sea legs. They never sent me back to the continent, so when I heard about this merchant, I wanted to talk to her.
I can understand that. And I also understand your anger towards me. But don't go getting into trouble like this in the future. Don't end up like me.
I'll be more careful in the future. But try to find out where my mum is. Please.
Now that Rudolph is safe and sound, and we've proven that he didn't mistreat that merchant, I think I owe you an explanation.
I'm listening.
You know that I was a soldier once. In the village where I grew up, I was forcibly conscripted by the local lord to take part in the Civil War. It was horrible. We were used as cannon fodder, and the nobles who gave us orders never took any risks themselves. I ended up leaving that life behind and becoming a smuggler. But what you don't know is why I left the army. I killed my commanding officer. The bounty on my head isn't so much for my smuggling activities as for that first offense. Some years ago, not long after that incident, they tried to get me by targeting my brother, Rudolph's father. They threatened to hang him if I didn't surrender. I knew they'd hang us both if I gave myself up, so I let my brother hang.
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I understand your nephew's behavior better now. But why did you kill your officer?
That's a story for another day. Suffice it to say that he had it coming. Anyway, I want to thank you for helping me. It means a great deal to me. Thank you again for helping me get the child out of trouble. And I hope you're not too worried about traveling with a murderer.
See you later.
Of course.
Yes? What do you want to talk about?
Do you know how we are going to meet that friend you spoke about? Zarin?
I think so. I sent her a message while we were still in Euxantis to tell her that we had arrived. I said that we would return to Alima and that we would most assuredly be in need of her help. When we arrived, I went to the port aviary to see if we had received a message. We had indeed. She apparently has some very important matters to reveal to us that merit secrecy. She's asked to meet us in one of the warehouses near the port. A place, she says, is connected to our current matter at hand.
A warehouse? There must be dozens of them in the port. Did she give us any directions?
She said that it's a warehouse found in the Nort confines. A private warehouse, sometimes used by her husband's followers. It should have their coat of arms on the door. A crowned golden eagle holding swords in its talons on a purple field. A tad gaudy, I know.
Where can we meet this?
He can be found most often at...
I must...
See? If I can be of any help, let me know. But we... and...
You...
but I...
You...
Yes. See?
I know you already have a lot to do, but I would still like to ask a favor, if you could spare a moment. While I was studying in Alima, I had a friend. A very dear friend that I would like to find. It was someone very knowledgeable, a true bookworm. But he was also someone with human virtue. In addition to the joy I would feel to see him again, I believe having an ally within the Alliance could be useful to us. It's been a long time since we last met, and I don't know where to find him. But his cousin Baran could certainly tell us. He's a merchant who owns a warehouse in the port of Alima. If you agree, we could go and see him together.
Of course. Let's go see this Baran.
Thank you. It's extremely kind of you to follow the whim of an old woman.
Boy.
See you.
These are the arid shores of Tainea.
I know there's a patrol around here. We should take another alley to avoid them.
What was that?
Show them what we're made of! My armor is broken!
Those quick, noisy footsteps are typical of the guard. I think we'd be better off avoiding them.
You stupid merchant. Who do you take yourself for? Do you really think yourself irreplaceable? Dozens of poor souls are ready to take your job.
I am truly sorry. It won't happen again. I give you my word. Gentlemen, I beg of you. There is no need to resort to violence. I would never dare to try to...
Shut up, merchant. Consider yourself lucky that the warehouse is still standing. What made you think you could trick us?
Baran, is everything all right?
Stay out of this! Move along! The warehouse is closed!
It seems that Baran got your message, and that he will be careful to be more diligent in the future.
And just who are you? His bodyguards or something?
We are simply his friends, come to speak with him. But if you insist on threatening him in this manner, I will not hesitate to report your attitude to one of the city's logicians.
Since Mr. Baran has friends in high places, we will leave him be. But I hope he remembers what we talked about. And that he will demonstrate initiative in repaying his debts.
Yes, of course. Goes without saying. Don't worry, you'll be more than satisfied with my next delivery.
I hope so. And don't dally. I wouldn't want it to be thought that we're being patient with someone intent on double-crossing us.
Ah, you've come in the nick of time. I thought they were going to kill me. Thank you, Saphir. And your friends as well. I don't know what they would have done to me if you hadn't come.
Please, it's nothing. What did those soldiers want?
I was supposed to deliver something to them, but got my orders mixed up and they didn't receive what they were expecting. They apparently thought I was trying to pull one over on them. But you didn't come to hear me complain. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for your cousin. I know it's been years, but I was hoping to see him again.
My cousin? Haven't you heard? He's left for Tearfredi. He wanted to follow in your footsteps, to see the world with his own two eyes. Frankly, he's not cut out for it if you ask me, but he went anyway. Come to think of it, before he departed Alima, he left me something for you.
Really? What is it?
Oh, I haven't opened it. I think it was his latest research. It was very important to him anyway. I didn't keep it here. As you can see, just anyone can waltz right into this warehouse, and I was afraid it would fall into the wrong hands. I had it taken to my other warehouse in Esquiara. You can go and pick it up there. I'll send a bird to let the person in charge know you're coming.
Thank you, Baran. We'll do just that. And be careful. Those soldiers didn't seem to be joking around.
How long have you known Baran?
Far too long. As I said, I went to school with his cousin. Baran wasn't interested in science. He was destined to take over the family business. But we did spend time together. As a boy, he was charming and amusing.
Greetings, esteemed customers. Are you looking for ingredients? Potions or projectiles, perhaps?
If I remember correctly, Baran's family warehouse in Esquiara is this one. I visited it.
Your friend Baran has got a lot of guards for such a small warehouse. Doesn't look like they're going to roll out the red carpet for us.
Again? When will they learn?
My arbor is broken!
orders.
We were hired to kill you and the other Continentals when you got here. We were also ordered to capture any islanders who were with you.
We were sent straight into a trap. Is there even a package for you here?
I don't know anything about that. If there is, we weren't told about it.
I can't believe this. Let's spare their lives, please. They're nothing more than lackeys.
Lackeys who could warn their employer that we survived their trap.
Tell us who gave you your orders, and choose your words carefully. Your life hangs by a thread.
It was a merchant. Baran.
Of course it was. After the attack, I suspected as much, but I can't believe he'd do such a thing.
Why did he want to capture us?
For a client, I think. But he didn't give us a name.
So, he's got himself mixed up in the slave trade. The Baran I knew would never stoop so low.
Go on. Get out of here. I hope never to see you again.
Thank you for your mercy.
Whatever could have possessed Baran to make him try to kill us and capture you? He will have to answer for this. Explain to us what this is all about. Let's return to Alima. Do you agree?
Let's go.
We've arrived at our destination.
Your friend Baran seems to have a difficult relationship with these soldiers.
Indeed. I admit I don't much like the idea of him trading with imperialists. But I suppose business is business. We could dress up like...
Stop! You can't come in here. This is a private warehouse.
We're friends of Baran's. He may have told you about us. We helped him the other day when he was being roughed up by some guards.
You could be his blessed mother and it wouldn't change a thing. The master isn't here. And since he didn't tell me to let you in, you don't get to go in.
When did he leave? Where was he going?
He left a while ago, but if you think he tells me where he's going every time he leaves, do I look like his wife or something?
Do you know whether he took a ship or joined a caravan?
No.
We've come to inspect this warehouse and the goods inside. Let us in.
If that's true, I'll eat my hat. No. I'll wager you've been sent by the competition to nose around the master's business, and they paid you a pretty penny for it. If you want me to let you in, you'll have to share the wealth, mates, and fork over a hefty sum.
Ludwig, can you explain the situation to our friend here?
My pleasure. Listen, my good man. Your master is a scoundrel of the worst sort who's getting fat off your hard work by dealing in some rather questionable goods with some very unsavory characters. It just so happens that I am one of those same unsavory characters, and he left some things for us inside.
I rather suspected it was something like that. I'll let you in. But at least give me enough to wet my whistle down at the tavern.
Here you go. And thank you for being so understanding.
Don't mention it. Go on in.
If we were to follow the de Vespe method, we'd take out those guards without a sound.
This must be Baran's office. The answers we're looking for must be in there. This key must open all the doors in the warehouse. I think we have learned everything that there is to learn here. We should exit the area before running into even more trouble.
We haven't searched everywhere. There might still be something to discover within this warehouse.
I can't imagine how you must feel seeing all this, my friend. They've plundered your temples for their own pleasure.
We don't really have temples, but we do have places of knowledge and altars. One would have to destroy them to collect everything found here.
I understand your desire to discover the full extent of Baran's baseness, but we're here to look for answers. I doubt they'll be found in all this mess, and we're risking a lot if we overstay our hard-fought welcome.
I can't do it. These clothes were taken off the backs of people like me, who were stolen from their land and brought here to be slaves. Or worse.
I'm so sorry. All this is
I can't do it. Baran is exploiting his cousin's trip to our island to expand both his fortune and network. It's my people who are paying the price.
I remember how Baran could be full of himself when I was involved with his cousin. But I would never have thought him capable of this.
Has this association been going on for a long time?
Casas has only just begun to gain weight politically, but they could have known each other previously. Casas has always been a man willing to do anything to get what he wants. He might well have encouraged Baran's cousin to take up an enterprise that promised him a profitable outcome. But the man I once loved would never have agreed to any of that. He was a man of knowledge, a kind person with empathy for others. We were even betrothed for a while, and it goes without saying that I would never have accepted a proposal from someone corrupt. No. Casas must have tricked him, promising to finance his expedition without speaking of the horrible services he would be forced to provide in return.
Your former fiancé could have found an alternative source of financing.
Of course. That's the main reason I'm convinced that he was misled. That letter broke my heart. We parted as friends, separating because our visions on life and science differed too greatly. I find it hard to believe that he would have fallen into such commerce. But believe me, if we go to Tir and our paths cross, I will demand he makes amends for his actions. The fact he used ties with your people to better exploit you makes me see red.
We shall see when the time comes. First, we need to get to Tir.
That's true. Forgive me. I know this is a painful subject. I feel so foolish to have believed that we could have found help from this friend. We might think we've accumulated all the wisdom of the world, seen it all, grasped human nature. It's still so easy to find oneself surprised. Or should I say, disappointed. I thank you for standing beside me during this sordid affair, and to have opened my eyes. Let's leave now. I want you to know how guilty I feel for involving you in such a dangerous affair. I was so naive. I was hoping to find help and support from someone I greatly respect. But all I did was get you caught up with Baran. Some people are frightfully venal. It shocks and disappoints me. I hope you'll forgive me.
I need to go.
Of course. But come chat again soon.
Do you have a little time to spare for the matter I told you about?
I'm at your service.
Someone in Yuxantis can surely help us. One of the admirals, perhaps.
I won't bother you any longer.
See you soon.
Yuxantis! Home at last!
I hope at least one of the admirals can help us. This is the first time I've heard of an encrypted logbook.
Doesn't she have other relatives who might know her code?
She and my father hadn't been getting along very well towards the end. But apart... Then, I don't really see who could help us.
Well then, I hope you've been able to recover from this difficult trial. I admit, I feel a bit guilty about what happened to you.
We could use your help. Or at least your advice. It's about a logbook.
It's Mum's logbook. I mean, Captain Estrella's. We found it on board the Constanzia. But it's written in code.
Are you sure it's your mother's logbook? She's been gone so long.
I'm absolutely sure. The cache where I found it hadn't been opened. I recognize her handwriting despite the code.
I'm sorry, Alvida. I didn't even know your mother coded her entries. We don't usually do that, as you know. Logbooks are usually made to be shared with other knots.
Do you know anyone who could decipher it?
I can only think of one person in Yuxantis who's capable of such a feat. Our master librarian. The wisest of our people.
Thanks for your help.
Please. This story concerns me as much as my daughter. I hope you'll keep me informed if you discover anything. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hello. You may come in and speak to the librarian, but he's the one who decides who can access our archives.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you've not only proven your innocence, but you also forced that horrible woman to acknowledge her lies. Klatir se sammel in nimnaterem jam esse.
Wait, are you from Teofradi?
Yes. I was born there a long time ago. Then I joined the Naughts, and I'm one of them now. But we never forget our homeland, do we? What can I do for you?
We managed to get our hands on Captain Estrella's logbook.
We found it in a cache on board the Constanzia.
Well, that's wonderful news. I despaired of finding this logbook. You know we keep them all here, don't you?
Oh, alas, as it stands, it will be no more useful to you than to me, I fear. It's entirely encoded.
Encoded? That's strange. Captains don't usually do that.
You wouldn't have a way to decipher it. We thought, with your great knowledge...
I know some codes, of course. But without knowing the method chosen by Estrella, it could take me months. However, I may have an idea that would make our job much easier. Wait, I'll just be a minute. That's it. I found what I needed. Alma, Estrella's first mate, whom she trusted more than anyone, survived the shipwreck, but she left Euxantis. In my archives, I only found a rather vague indication of where she settled, but it's a start. She settled in Alima, in the port district. If anyone can help you with this code, it's her.
Thank you for your help, Master.
My pleasure, Captain. And if you manage to decipher the logbook, bring it back, will you? For our archives.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's always a pleasure.
If you want us to decipher your mother's logbook, we'll have to go to Olima.
Deria, like me, trades in all kinds of things. She's the kind of person who could tell us about a retired Naut.
Thank you, Ludwig. I value your suggestion. Safia would surely have proposed a more honest approach, but this merchant is a good lead.
Welcome to my domain, the Great Library of Euxantis. Unfortunately, I can't let you visit our archives. Only Naughts of a certain rank are allowed in there. However, I'll be happy to give you any information I can.
I'd never have guessed you were from our island. You speak the language of the Renoixe without an accent. How did one of our people become a Naut and end up here on Euxantis?
It's a long story. I come from a small village on the coast, Vignamri.
The village of the Sisaik Nemeas?
Exactly. I would watch these strange ships passing in the distance, as big as the whales whose bones I collected with my family. Sometimes they would stop and send men to our village to buy goods and food from us. They fascinated me. So one day, I asked to join them. I was very young then, and became first a cabin boy, then a deckhand. But I wasn't really cut out for sailing. What fascinated me more than anything was the incredible, intimate knowledge they had amassed of the sea. I'd learnt to read and write and joined this place as a librarian's apprentice. When the previous librarian was too exhausted to continue his work, I took his place. And here I am.
What is the role of a master librarian?
Apart from presiding over trials, I am the guardian of the Naught's knowledge. Perhaps on our island I would have become a Donegad like you. I don't use magic, but like you, I have a duty to archive, preserve, and pass on the guild's knowledge. I'm also consulted by the island's inhabitants whenever they need to know old customs to settle disputes. I strive to provide wisdom to all those who ask for it.
What can you tell us about the Great Library?
It's a fabulous place. I'm very proud of it. The Naughts have kept all the Portaland charts, logbooks, maps, ship plans, and navigational instruments since the Guild was founded. It's an extraordinary treasure trove containing many secrets. Without them, the Guild would not be what it is today, which explains why only high-ranking Naughts can access them. Some nations would do anything to learn even a fragment of what's inside these walls.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Locking yourself in.
Too late. The soldiers have already surrounded her house. We have...
You! Stop right there! This is a special operation, and we have every power to arrest you if you get in our way.
We're sorry. We don't want to interfere with your operation, but we're curious. What's going on?
It's none of your business. Now move on, move on. But wait, I recognize you. You're all wanted. What a piece of luck. We're gonna pocket the reward. To arms, men!
If you dare harm the captain in any way, you'll pay for it!
Dreadful! Careful, darling! You look dreadful!
At least least I won't. Die at the end of a rope. At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
Thank you for coming to our aid. But who are you?
Who I am doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that Alvida is safe and sound.
My dear, you obviously have a suitor. Unfortunately, I'm afraid he's not very clever. He thinks you're a damsel in distress. He obviously doesn't know that you're fearless and entirely capable, and that you know how to handle weapons as well as guide ships in storms.
I see that you're in good company, Captain. That you have friends by your side. But I have my orders. Nothing was to happen to you.
And may I know who gave you those orders?
Well, your father, of course. He's worried, what with the trial and this investigation that you are conducting. He asked me to keep an eye on you, to protect you.
Unbelievable. Where was he when we faced that giant creature on the coast? Or when his Alliance friends were trying to kill us? Where was he when I guided that skiff through the storm? Nowhere. He was never there. All I have, I owe only to myself. But now, he suddenly feels guilty and decides to stick me with a guard? Get out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm old enough to defend myself.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I have my orders.
Since you are here, you could help us bring Alma to the Constancia.
Really? We don't need him, or any of my father's minions. I don't need him.
I'd be happy to do you this service. If you want to avoid having to deal with too many guards, you could reach the docks by walking along the ramparts to the north. I'll pave the way for you, and make sure you don't encounter too much resistance. I am sorry that you feel this way, but I understand. And I must even say that I admire you, Captain. I will take your message to your father. And I wish you well.
Have you ever seen this man, Alvida? Is he really... one of your father's men?
I've never seen him before, but if he says that my father ordered him to guard me, it must be true. I can't believe he has so little trust in me.
Fathers almost always underestimate their daughters while also idolizing them. It's in the order of things. You shouldn't be offended.
I don't care what my father wants. I don't want this man around me.
Alma, you can come out. The soldiers are no longer a threat.
For now. But others will come, and we'd better be far from here when they arrive.
How can I know that you mean me no harm?
Alma, I'm Alvida, Estrella's daughter.
Alvida? No. No, that's impossible. The last time I saw Alvida, she was still too young to be a ship hand. And from your ink, I can see you're a captain.
I grew up and climbed to the top, it's true. Yet I am Alvida, Estrella's daughter. And today I am here to ask for your help. I found my mother's logbook on board the Constanzia. But I need you to decipher it.
Then you found her cache? With Silvio's help, I suppose? You are who you say you are. I will help you, but only if you help me in return. As you said, I can't stay here. Take me to a safe place, and I'll do what you want.
We could escort you to my ship. Your old ship, the Constantia, and from there, drop you off wherever you please.
You can come out, Alma. We'll take you to the ship.
Alma, don't worry. We'll get you to the Constantia safe and sound.
Thank you, Alvida. And thank you all. I really don't understand why these soldiers want me dead.
Path your guard indicated that takes us along the ramparts to the north is longer, but it is indeed safer.
I don't like the idea of blindly trusting an envoy sent by my father. But in this case, I don't see why he'd lie.
This man sews as many corpses as my ravishing cousin. However, I must say that I approve his choice of victims.
He may be formidable.
Do you think he's worried about what you'll find out? Perhaps he fears that your search will place you in harm's way.
We're here. All we have to do is row out to our ship.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting me and getting me here. Alvida, you really are your mother's daughter. Brave, generous, and trustworthy. If you have anything else to do here, I can go to the ship alone and wait for you there. I don't want to be a burden.
We'll come with you. I believe that Alvida and you have a lot to say to each other.
What a relief to be here on the Constantia. It has been well repaired. Estrella would be glad to see it. And even more so to know that you're Captain Alvida.
Thank you, Alma.
Will you be able to help us decipher the logbook we found?
Estrella had become very suspicious before her end. She had Silvio build the cache. She started writing in code. She never wanted to tell me what was causing her concerns. But she did give me her encryption key. So, yes. It'll probably take a while, but I should be able to decipher her logbook.
Do you know why the Alliance soldiers were after you?
Not in the least. I've done my best to be discreet and lead a quiet life since I moved here. In any case, thank goodness you came. I have the feeling that they didn't intend to let me live.
I doubt these happenings are chance. It's as if our search brought on this attack.
It does seem to be quite a coincidence. But how could they know? I hope that the content of this logbook will enlighten us. What can you tell us about Captain Estrella?
She was an incredible woman, unwaveringly courageous and just. She knew how to lead her crew in fairness and kindness. I would have followed her to the end of the world. And she was also an excellent friend. You remind me of her, Alvida. I have no doubt that she would be proud of you.
We'll let you get over your ordeal.
I'm already much better, don't worry. And I'm going to get to work immediately. If I may, I will disembark at one of your next stops in the congregation or in Dooton. I'm no longer made for life at sea. I'll send you a message as soon as I've finished decrypting the logbook.
Thank you, Alma. And of course, we will drop you off wherever you want. And thank you for agreeing to help me in this whole affair. It means a lot to me.